welcome to the very first District Debrief. Sorta. I'm your host, Devon Morales, and this is actually a webisode and not a full show, because like all great things, you have to start soft before you go hard. And today we're going over this week's news. The good news, the bad news, the in-between news, and the news that shouldn't be news. And the news that you're probably asking yourself, how is this still news? And let us begin with our first subject to debrief, Hispanic Heritage Month, or as Donald Trump calls it, rapists, murderers, drug dealers, and some, I assume, are good people month. As GWTV's resident Hispanic, I can talk to you about the magical fiesta that is Hispanic Heritage Month. Many of you are probably wondering, why is Hispanic Heritage Month like in the middle of the month and like not at the beginning? Well, I'll tell you. A number of Latin American countries celebrate their Independence Day from the Spanish Empire between September 15th and October 15th. Particularly Central American countries of Guatemala, Honduras, Costa Rica, and two nations that make up my family, Nicaragua and El Salvador. All share their Independence Day on September 15th, as well as Mexico on the day after. Es muy fuego. Honestly, I'm just happy we get the month. When this whole thing was created back in 1968, President Lyndon B. Johnson gave us only 7 days. Do you know how hard it is to celebrate someone's heritage in just 1 week? But it wasn't until old faithful President Reagan gave us a whole month. Hold up. Did I just say President Reagan? The Ronald Reagan? You don't mean...
I think Ronald Reagan was one of the great presidents, period, not just recently. I thought he had the demeanor. I thought he had the bearing. I thought he had the thought process.
Who's going to tell a certain someone that their idol's responsible for expanding rapists, murderers, drug dealers, and some, I assume, are good people week into a whole month? It's not going to be me. If only there was someone brave enough to educate the Taco Bowl-loving orange gringo.
Hillary failed on the economy, just like she's failed on foreign policy. Everything she touched didn't work out. Nothing. Now Hillary Clinton... Okay.
Not
okay.
to give a political speech.
Okay.
Oh my God, bless. Speaking of Latin America and people that are doing the most, last week CBS reported about a Galapagos giant tortoise named Diego who is having so much sex, he's actually saving his species. And you know what they say? Go, Diego, go! GW has allowed a former Al-Qaeda recruiter to conduct research at the Elliott School of International Affairs. And not to be outdone, American University has admitted the banana-throwing former imperial wizard of the KKK, David Duke. Speaking of racist, Charlotte Congressman Robert Pinnegar said that protesters hate white people because white people are successful. Really, Congressman Pinnegar? You are obviously not woke. Former President George H.W. Bush announced this week that he'll be voting for Hillary Clinton. Trump supporters quickly attacked the move, claiming that the 92-year-old was too old to know what he was doing. Yikes. Guess some people forgot that they were part of the grand old party. Finally, I want to talk about something so out there, so crazy, a presidential candidate not knowing the answer to a question they should know the answer to.
What would you do if you were elected about Aleppo?
About?
All
Aleppo.
right.
And what is Aleppo?
So I thought, hey, the Princeton Review named GW the most politically active school in the country. Again, why not see if my fellow classmates were smarter than someone running for the highest office in the United States?
Aleppo.
Yes.
It sounds familiar. It sounds like a place.
Yes. Right.
It's... I can't say for sure that I know exactly where it is, but I do know it's a place.
Aleppo?
No? Do you know what Aleppo is?
Yes. No.
No. Do you know what Aleppo is?
No. Apple?
Aleppo.
No.
No?
Did you say a hippo?
Aleppo.
No,
Aleppo.
a hippo.
Aleppo.
A hippo.
Aleppo.
A hippo. There's a hippo.
I know there's a hippo over there,
Hippo.
but I'm talking about Aleppo.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, neither does Gary Johnson. So.
Who's that?
Well, at least Gary Johnson is not alone. It did get a little better, though. I guess.
Yes.
I heard it in the news.
Yes!
Yes.
It is the city in Syria that is a stronghold for ISIS and the refugee crisis. Yeah, it's a city in Syria that has something to do with the refugee crisis.
Bam.
Yes.
What is it?
The town in Syria. Syria?
Why is it?
Well, it's a city in Syria, and I don't know its status right now, but it had something to do with Assad and his holdings there, and ISIS was trying to take it away.
That's good enough.
Aleppo, Syria?
Yeah. Yes. All right. And then something really nice happened. Do you know what Aleppo is?
Yes.
Yes, you do? Okay, cool. What is it?
It is the one of the most important cities in Syria. The capital is Damascus. My mother's side is Syrian. This is a big jump to my family.
Oh my God! Wait,
This is a
we're gonna ask him some more questions.
This is a huge.
Hold on.
This is
okay.
this
First
is a real
of all,
funny thing.
First of all, he's dressed more presidential than Gary Johnson. First of all, he knows things more than Gary Johnson. And you're
So
Syrian
bad.
descendant?
Oh, that was so bad. Yeah, half.
Half? Is your mom's side? Is she from there?
Yeah, my mom's whole family.
Wow, that's interesting. And how does this host situation been affecting your family? How have you guys been handling it?
I mean, it's hard. We've been removed for 2-3 generations at this point, but I mean, we have cookbooks on it. Like, we have cookbooks like Aromas of Aleppo is the name of the books. Like, we have like pictures of the place. Like, we have a cultural memory of a place that was and is now no longer. It's sad.
It's sad,
Yeah.
Wow, that's good. Thank you so much for that. We should all really know what Aleppo is. The city and Syria as a whole has been engulfed in a bloody civil war for the last 5 years. A ceasefire between Russia and the United States only lasted 7 days earlier this month, and both sides have accused each other of committing fatal airstrikes since then. A U.S. airstrike killed prisoners dressed as Syrian soldiers, and the White House claims that a Russian airstrike is responsible for destroying a UN convoy with emergency aid. The people of Syria deserve more respect than being degraded to a bag of Skittles. Millions of lives have been disrupted, people displaced, and those who are lucky enough to live here in America, they have the cookbooks. But they also know that there's no food in Aleppo to even cook with. And the city and the country lies in ruins. On that note, that's it for me. I'm Devon Morales, and be on the lookout for District Debrief's first full episode next month. Thank you so much for watching. Stay woke.